Ain't nobody worried about her.
Okay, better make sense.
They all auditioning for my spot. You know that, right?
How old are you? You feel me? Like, you weird. Straight up.
You hoes want to sell, y'all just don't know how to sell it.
Why would I miss any female when I got Stunna girl? She gonna be here in the morning. She cook better, she look better, and she fuck better.
The drama around Chrisean Rock just hit a whole new level in this time. Stunna Girl and Blueface are right at the center of the explosion. What started as subtle shade and unanswered tension has now turned into full-blown chaos. With social media receipts, cryptic messages, and fans picking sides fast, Chrisean is already under non-stop scrutiny for her personal life and parenting choices. But Stunna Girl stepping into the conversation has reignited old beefs that many thought were long dead. Meanwhile, Blueface's name keeps popping up like a ticking time bomb, raising serious questions about loyalty, manipulation, and who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes. Is this genuine before calculated clout chasing? And why does it seem like every time Chrisean tries to move forward, someone drags her right back into the mess? Buckle up, because this drama is messy, emotional, and far from over, and the truth might be wilder than anyone expected. Drama between Chrisean Rock and Stunna Girl didn't come out of nowhere. What fans are watching unfold right now is the result of months, if not years, of unresolved tension, overlapping history, and one constant trigger: Blueface. Every time his name re-enters the conversation, old wounds reopen, alliances shift, and social media turns into a battleground. This latest situation feels especially intense because all three figures are in very different places publicly, yet still emotionally tangled in the same messy narrative. Chrisean Rock has been living under non-stop scrutiny. Even when she's silent, the internet speaks for her, filling in gaps with assumptions, recycled clips, and viral commentary. Over the past year, her relationship with Blueface has overshadowed almost everything else about her. Fans have watched the ups and downs in real time, from public breakups and reconciliations to emotional outbursts and deeply personal moments shared online. For many people, Chrisean has become a symbol of chaos, while for others, she's a young woman trapped in a toxic cycle she can't seem to escape. That split perception is exactly why every new controversy around her explodes so fast. Recently, Chrisean has been attempting to rebrand herself, or at least redirect the narrative. She's spoken about wanting peace, focusing on her child, and distancing herself from drama. Whether people believe her intentions are genuine or not, it's clear she's under pressure to prove growth. But growth is hard when your past keeps getting dragged back into the present, especially by people who don't feel finished with you. That's where Stunna Girl comes in. Stunna has never been known for staying quiet, and she's built her brand on being unapologetic, confrontational, and fearless when it comes to speaking her mind. Unlike Chrisean, who often appears emotionally reactive, Stunna presents herself as calculated and intentional, someone who says exactly what she means and stands 10 toes down on it. When her name started circulating alongside Chrisean's again, fans immediately knew it wouldn't be subtle. What made this moment hit harder was the timing. Chrisean was already dealing with criticism, rumors, and intense online judgment. So when Stunna appeared to throw indirect shots, whether through interviews, posts, or resurfaced commentary, it felt less like random shade and more like a deliberate poke. Fans quickly began connecting dots, revisiting old clips, and reminding everyone that these two women have history. Even if it hasn't always been loud or direct, at the center of that history sits Blueface, the common denominator that refuses to disappear. His role in both women's stories has always been controversial. With Chrisean, the relationship was highly public, emotionally charged, and often chaotic. With Stunna Girl, the connection has been more about association, proximity, and underlying tension rather than a clearly defined romantic narrative. Still, his name alone is enough to trigger reactions, speculation, and rivalry. What complicates things further is how Blueface's behavior has consistently fueled division between women rather than clarity. Fans have long accused him of playing both sides, encouraging conflict. and benefiting from the attention that comes from public feuds, whether intentional or not. His presence in this situation once again raises questions about manipulation, accountability, and why the women around him end up clashing while he remains oddly distant from the fallout. As the online conversation grew louder, sides were drawn quickly. Some fans argued that Stunna Girl was simply speaking her truth and had every right to address whatever issues she felt were unresolved. Others accused her of clout chasing, saying Chrisean was an easy target because controversy already follows her everywhere. On the flip side, critics of Chrisean claimed that her past behavior made her fair game for criticism, while her supporters insisted she was being antagonized during a vulnerable moment. Social media played its usual role as gasoline on an already burning fire. Old interviews resurfaced. Screenshots were reposted without context. Clips were edited and reshared to fit specific narratives. Within hours, what may have started as indirect commentary turned into a full-blown debate about character, accountability, and who was really at fault. One of the most striking aspects of this situation is how familiar it feels. Fans have seen this cycle before. Chrisean tries to move forward. Someone from her past reappears. Blueface's name trends again, and chaos follows. It raises a bigger question about whether Chrisean is ever truly allowed to evolve in the public eye, or whether the internet has already decided who she is and refuses to let her be anything else. At the same time, Stunna Girl's involvement adds a different kind of energy to the drama. Unlike random commentators or bloggers, she's someone with her own platform, fan base, and reputation. When she speaks, people listen not just because of what she says, but because of how she says it. Her confidence and refusal to back down make this clash feel less one-sided and more like a collision between two strong personalities who refuse to be silenced as the situation continues to unfold. One thing is clear. This isn't just about a single comment or post. It's about unresolved resentment, public perception, and the long shadow Blueface casts over both women's lives. Whether this turns into a direct confrontation or fades into another chapter of internet drama remains to be seen. But for now, the tension is thick, the lines are drawn, and the internet is watching every move closely. And this is only the beginning. The second chapter of this unfolding, drama between Chrisean Rock, Stunna Girl, and Blueface, is where things really start to get messy. What began as indirect commentary and cryptic posts has now escalated into full-blown exchanges, with fans picking sides and social media accounts exploding with speculation. Every mention of this situation garners thousands of comments, reposts, and heated debates, creating a cycle where one clip can spark 100 threads of conversation. The tension isn't just about personalities clashing, it's about history, reputation, and the relentless pressure of the public eye. For Chrisean, who is trying to navigate her personal life while under constant scrutiny, this is a storm she can't easily control. For Stunna Girl, the engagement is strategic, but also personal, and it's clear that she's not willing to let the story die quietly. The first wave of viral content came in the form of resurfaced clips from past interactions between Chrisean and Stunna Girl. Fans were quick to analyze body, language, tone, and context, with the comment sections turning into debate forums about who started it and who is overreacting. Many noted that some of the tension stems from incidents that happened months ago, but were never fully addressed. These clips painted a picture of a simmering feud that was only waiting for the right moment or the right trigger to explode. The trigger, in this case, seems to be the reemergence of Blueface's name, which functions as both a catalyst and a lightning rod. Blueface's role in all of this cannot be overstated. His past relationships with Chrisean have always been tumultuous and highly public, creating a pattern where women in his orbit end up in conflict while he maintains a curious distance. Social media users have been dissecting his every post, tweet, and story, trying to determine whether he is intentionally fueling drama or simply absent at the wrong time. Some fans argue that his silence is strategic, letting the women around him fight it out while he avoids the fallout. Others claim that his past behavior encouraging attention. Flirting publicly and engaging with multiple personalities sets the stage for repeated conflicts. Either way, his presence looms over the situation like a storm cloud that refuses to dissipate. Meanwhile, Chrisean has responded with a mixture of deflection, personal commentary, and emotional posts. She's shared messages about wanting peace and focusing on her child. But those statements have been met with both support and skepticism. Many fans argue that her attempts to disengage are genuine, while others insist that her online behavior shows she thrives in chaos. The contradiction highlights the challenge Chrisean faces every attempt to control. The narrative is filtered through the lens of her past actions, making it nearly impossible for her to avoid criticism. Stunna Girl, on the other hand, has taken a more confrontational approach. She's posted directly to social media in ways that are calculated but unapologetic. Her comments are brief, sharp, and designed to provoke engagement. And they've succeeded in reigniting conversations that had died down months ago. Fans have been quick to share these posts, creating a snowball effect where one story turns into dozens of related threads. Many users applaud Stunna for not backing down, while others accuse her of escalating drama for clout. Either way, her involvement ensures that this feud remains in the spotlight and continues trending. What's particularly striking about this second phase of the drama is the way fans and influencers have inserted themselves into the narrative. Social media algorithms have amplified reaction videos, meme content, and commentary clips, turning what might have been a private or contained conflict into a viral spectacle. Every post is analyzed for subtext, interpreted as shade or support, and then shared with commentary that frames one side as the villain and the other as the victim. This cycle of amplification makes it nearly impossible for the individuals involved to escape the drama, as every new reaction only fuels more discussion. Amid all of this, the role of timing and strategy is clear. Chrisean's posts about her child, peace, and personal growth are consistently juxtaposed with Stunna Girl's sharp and direct commentary. This contrast in approach makes the feud more compelling to audiences. One side presents vulnerability and reflection, while the other presents strength and confrontation. Fans interpret these differences in a variety of ways, with some seeing Chrisean as more sympathetic and Stunna as aggressive, while others flip the script entirely. The public perception battle has become as important as the original personal conflict as the feud continues. Leaked DMs and indirect messages have also entered the conversation. Screenshots of conversations between Chrisean, Stunna, and their associates have circulated widely, each one dissected for intent and tone. Some suggest that past grievances, unaddressed slights, and miscommunications are at the heart of the current drama. Others argue that the real issue isn't personal, it's the perception of who holds more power in this dynamic, and who can dominate the narrative. Either way, the leaked messages have made the conflict more tangible, giving fans evidence to analyze and further fueling the online firestorm. Another key factor is the role of fan bases. Chrisean supporters have been quick to defend her, pointing out instances of perceived unfair treatment or attempts to discredit her. Stunna Girl's followers, in contrast, have rallied behind her, emphasizing her confidence and refusal to be intimidated. This division amplifies the feud as each side posts, reacts, and challenges the other, creating a continuous feedback loop that keeps the topic trending. For social media observers, the clash isn't just about the individuals involved, it's about the communities they inspire and how those communities engage in online warfare. Through all of this, Blueface remains a silent yet powerful presence, whether intentionally manipulating the situation or inadvertently creating conflict. His role is central to understanding why this feud continues to escalate. Fans continue to question his actions or inaction, pointing to patterns of behavior that seem designed to foster tension between women in his orbit. The debate surrounding his involvement adds another layer of complexity, as audiences try to parse motive, accountability, and influence in a situation that is already emotionally charged. Ultimately, this phase of the feud illustrates the complex interplay of personal history, public perception, and social media amplification. The conflict between Chrisean Rock and Stunna Girl isn't just a private dispute. It's a highly visible, multi-layered saga that engages fans, influences online culture, and challenges traditional ideas about accountability and reputation. Each post, screenshot, and reaction video contributes to a narrative that is both deeply personal and widely public, creating a situation where the lines between reality, perception, and entertainment are constantly blurred. As part 2 of this story unfolds, one thing is clear: neither Chrisean nor Stunna is likely to back down, and Blueface's role continues to loom large. The feud has expanded beyond private disagreements, drawing in fans, influencers, and casual observers alike. Every action taken by any of the three players is scrutinized, dissected, and amplified, ensuring that this drama will remain in the spotlight for weeks, if not months. The stakes aren't just about personal pride, they're about influence, narrative control, and the ongoing battle to define who comes out on top in the court of public opinion. This ongoing saga proves that in the world of social media, no feud is ever truly private, no conflict remains contained, and no name, especially one as volatile as Blueface's, can escape scrutiny. The Chrisean Rock versus Stunna Girl conflict has become a textbook example of how personal disputes, historical tension, and digital culture collide to create explosive entertainment. And for those watching, it's impossible to look away as the drama between Chrisean Rock and Stunna Girl continues to unfold. Public opinion has become one of the most fascinating and unpredictable aspects of the saga. Fans and casual observers alike are weighing in on every post, comment, and video clip, each interpreting events through their own lens. Some viewers are sympathetic toward Chrisean, seeing her as a young woman trying to navigate complicated relationships, a chaotic past, and the constant scrutiny of the public eye. They point to her attempts at personal growth, her focus on her child, and her occasional calls for peace as evidence that she is more than the viral clips and controversies that often define her online presence. For these supporters, the feud feels unfair, a scenario in which Chrisean is being targeted while trying to move forward with her life. On the other hand, Stunna Girl has cultivated her own narrative as someone unafraid to speak her mind and defend herself. Her fans praise her confidence, directness, and willingness to confront perceived slights head-on. Unlike Chrisean, Stunna's approach is less emotional and more calculated, which many see as a strategic move in the world of public drama. Her supporters argue that she's not just defending herself, but also sending a message about accountability, boundaries, and refusing to be overshadowed by someone else's reputation or history. This has created a clear split among audiences, with the feud transforming into a clash not only between two personalities, but also between two very different approaches to public conflict. Social media has amplified every nuance of the feud. Reaction videos, memes, and commentary clips have turned what might have been a private dispute into a viral phenomenon. Fans dissect body language, reread posts for hidden meanings, and share screenshots as proof of either side's intentions. Every move made by Chrisean or Stunna is scrutinized, debated, and shared, creating a feedback loop where public perception becomes a powerful force. Even those not invested in the personal dynamics find themselves caught up in the spectacle, discussing who seems stronger, who is more composed, and who is winning the narrative war online. Blueface's presence looms over the entire situation, complicating public perception even further. While he hasn't taken a central role in the recent exchanges, his past actions continue to influence opinions. Many fans blame him for indirectly fueling the feud, arguing that his history with Chrisean and the connections with Stunna Girl have created an environment ripe for conflict. Others suggest that his silence is intentional, a strategy to let the women battle it out while he avoids negative attention. Regardless, his involvement, or lack thereof, remains a key talking point in discussions surrounding the feud, highlighting how much influence a single figure can have on the drama of others. As predictions circulate, most agree that this saga isn't ending anytime soon. Both Chrisean and Stunna have proven that they are willing to maintain their stance. And the ongoing social media storm ensures that new developments will be amplified immediately. Some speculate that a direct confrontation online or offline could occur, while others believe that the feud will continue to play out in indirect messages, posts, and viral clips. In either scenario, the public's attention will likely remain fixed on every detail, with audience reactions shaping the next moves of both parties. Ultimately, this feud demonstrates the power of perception, social media amplification, and the complex dynamics that exist when personal relationships intersect with public platforms. Chrisean Rock and Stunna Girl are more than just participants in a viral clash. They are symbols of how modern drama unfolds, how audiences engage, and how reputation can be both fragile and fiercely defended. Whether Chrisean emerges as the sympathetic figure or Stunna Girl solidifies her reputation as the unapologetic defender, one thing is certain: this story has captured the public's imagination and shows no signs of slowing down. Fans will continue to watch, react, and speculate, making every post, comment, and clip a part of the ongoing narrative that has come to define this explosive chapter in both of their lives. This drama between Chrisean Rock, Stunna Girl, and Blueface isn't slowing down anytime soon, and if you thought you'd seen it all, think again. From cryptic posts and resurfaced clips to leaked messages and fan reactions, every moment adds another layer to a story that's as messy as it is captivating. But now it's your turn to weigh in. Who do you think is really in the right? Is Chrisean the misunderstood star trying to move on? Or is Stunna Girl standing her ground and proving she won't be silenced? And where does Blueface fit into all of this? Puppet master, catalyst, or just another player caught in the crossfire? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinions in the comments and tell us which C.